Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I don't know about you, but when I think about foundations, especially hospital foundations, I think about a dark room with a lot of people sitting around looking at charts and graphs and complaining about things. Maybe that's just me. But when it comes to Glens Falls Hospital and the Glens Falls Hospital Foundation, you can't believe how active these people are. Joining me today are two people very responsible for all of the activity up there. First, Cindy Sherwood, who's Vice President of Development at Glens Falls Hospital. Welcome back, Cindy.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. And Carl Cedrone, who's the big one. He's the chair of the Board of Trustees.
Thank you for having us.
That's a pretty big title, Carl.
It is.
Actually, that's a big title for you as well. So you're living up to the titles.
We're trying.
Yes.
You know, last year when we got together, I was very taken with the art of healing, the annual fund. It's one thing to go out and ask for money and have projects, you know, at the hospital that need to be funded. But it's another thing when you get into the heart of the matter. And that's what really struck me about that the art of healing talks not only about what might be the physical needs, but it also talks about the over-encompassing needs between the patient and the doctor and the hospital. Right, Sin?
Yes, absolutely. I really like to think of it as a tribute to the care providers at the hospital, because without them, you really can't do very much. So it's not just about having the equipment and the facilities and all that, but also having the physicians and the nurses who deliver that care 24/7.
Yes, you know, as someone who's been to the hospital a couple of times, even overnight for a couple of things, I was left with just an amazing impression of Glens Falls Hospital. Just the way people talk to you in the hallways, just everything about it. You know, even the nurses, they dress really interestingly. You know, they each have a personality about them, and it shines. It shines. It really does shine through.
It matters, yeah.
Now, with the Art of Healing Annual Fund, the Snuggery, which unto itself, oh my God, how long ago?
Did we kick this off?
When did the Snuggery? When was it formed?
30 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
About
Just
30
over.
years ago.
Yeah,
just over 31 years now.
1986.
Yes, the Snuggery was founded, and it really was cutting edge at the time.
That's
It's
right.
a whole new way of providing care to moms and babies.
That's right.
That really is family-centered care, as opposed to just focused on a patient. You're paying attention to the whole family and the inner workings there. So
you know, having been in the Snuggery a couple of times, it's amazing to see the whole family there, the brothers and the sisters and the parents, and now the grandparents.
Yes.
Right. And you were telling me something about it's generational now.
It is. Whenever we talk to people about the Snuggery project, we hear, oh, you know, I was born there. My children were born there. My grandchildren were born there.
Right.
Some of the folks who are grandparents, it wasn't the Snuggery when they were born there, but they remember being born at Glens Falls Hospital. And that's the great thing. We brought it full circle.
So the annual fund this year, a lot of the focus is on the Snuggery, right? Because I guess you really want to bring it up to date, or that's probably not the right way to say it, but you know what I mean?
No, that's exactly the right way to say it.
Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
That's really true. Yeah, bringing the facility up to the same level as the kind of care that's provided there. So yes, we've been doing a lot of work and had a lot of success, a lot of community response to the project. So.
Well, you know what, and I want to sort of frame this for you because this is a $5 million project. That's $5 million. You're really fortunate. And the story is wonderful about the Stock family, right? Yeah. They contributed $1 million because Bill Stock, is that his name?
Yes.
He grew up in Glens Falls, and his mom was a nurse, and all these other things. It was all connected, and to give back like that. So I think, Carl, you were telling me you just scraped $2 million toward that $5 million, but you got $3 million to go.
Right. The project is a $5 million project, and even though we're doing upgrades to wallpaper and things like that, there's a lot of behind the scenes, the infrastructure that's really necessary to give the quality of care that we want to give. So we're about $3 million away still of the full cost of the project. So.
And if that wasn't enough, the foundation has like 3 or 4 other projects, and we're going to have you back because some of these stretch into the fall. And I want to remind our viewers right before these events. But one that's coming up is the golf tournament. And that benefits the Cancer Center?
It does,
It
yeah.
does, okay.
Cancer support programs.
Okay, so tell me a bit about that.
So Cindy and Skeets, this would be our 9th year of the Cindy and Skeets Golf Cancer Day Golf Tournament. And we are raising funds for all kinds of support programs for cancer patients and their families.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And you realize what how important that is for our community, because there's a lot of specialty things associated with any kind of cancer care.
Right.
And now that golf tournament, by the way, there's sponsorships that are available. If you're a golfer, get out there and golf. Is that in July? Yeah, it is in July.
July
right?
7th.
Okay, and that's a Friday. July 7th is a golf tournament. And just looking ahead, and we're going to have you back for this one because we only have time to touch on it today, but something that I remember you called the Festival of Senses is now the Chef's Table.
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yes.
and as usual, you're very active in going out and getting celebrities and people to come in and participate in that.
Yeah, very
and that's
exciting.
in the fall?
That's in the fall, in October.
Okay. All right. So we'll have you back before then, and then you're doing a 5K race also.
Yep.
You know,
That's in
you're supposed to
September.
just sit in a boardroom someplace and look at charts and graphs. you
Well,
know?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Our
to
help
have-
comes from the community, so we're always out there.
Yeah, and you're very involved in the community. And the community, of course, you know, people actually think about where they're going to live depending on where Glens Falls Hospital is and how available the branches are to them. I know because we hear about it. Well, Carl, it's great to see you. Cindy, nice to have you back
Thanks so
in
much,
again.
Jesse.
So don't forget, we've got the Art of Healing Annual Fund. The money's going to the Snuggery. And as we move down the road a bit, we've got the golf tournament, we have the Chef's Table, and we have a 5K run. So there's a lot of things to pay attention to with the Glens Falls Hospital and the Glens Falls Hospital Foundation. Great to see you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so
Jesse.
much for having us.
You're welcome. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.
Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.